Okay, we're live. What's up, everybody? YouTube, thanks for hanging out. I have Ty Carter with me. Ty Carter is here. Ty, what's up, man? This is going to be dope, dude. This is going to be sick. I'm trying to make sure that we do not miss the match. Yeah. We're sniping this shit. Oh, she asked if we're ready. Oh man, we might have to be ready. I told her yes. Okay, so we gotta set this up, which we will do. I guess we'll just do it now. We'll just do it live. Why does that not look right though? I'm on smog. Oh, I see it. My window is completely scuffed. Forgive me, everybody. Yeah, keep us. All right. Hold the fucking phone. God damn it. I'm gonna fix this quickly. It's a radio broadcast, folks. Whoa, Toxic Suicune. That's rare. That's a rare Pokemon, folks. Right. Whoa, what a team from River so far. Look at this. Yeah, Selby sacks that. Oh, yeah, sure. Just going to stay in. I don't mind it that much, but the Selby could die to sand if it stays in one more time. Oh, my God. Crazy. Everything fairly healthy on Riverside, but that Snorlax at about half health. Yeah. Do you think Starmaster was like trying to deny DD Tar, just like pressure it and try to not allow it to get out of control? I don't know if the Tar was revealed at that point. Yeah, it hadn't clicked a button yet, so Starmaster didn't know what kind of Tar it was. Yeah. It's Zapdos coming in rather than the Zard. I guess Zapdos can get the kill all the same and would rather have Zapdos in against the rest. Vaporeon can't come in for free. No para is nice. But now what for Starmaster? I don't hate this because you can bring something else in to heal. Yeah, Zard gets a good chunk of health from this Leech Seed. 20%, yeah. Nice double from Starmaster. Yeah, River just has to give up the vape. This is tough. The Lax it's in sand. It doesn't have that much health. The Zap is full. Everything is pretty healthy on Starmaster's side. I think River's running out of resources. Oh, nice full para. Oh my, could Snorlax just do this? Yeah, Zard's gone. Neither of these Mon can kill the Snorlax from this range. So one more Body Slam para, and I mean, maybe at worst, River could blow up with Gengar and force a tie here. Okay, well, here's a question I have for you. Well, one, it's Toxic Suicune, so what the hell does that tell us about the Suicune set? But also, and more importantly, what the hell do you expect to have last on Fire Blast, Brick Break, Body Slam, Snorlax? Like Earthquake coverage? Maybe not alongside Brick Break. Is it just self-destruct? Maybe. But this looks like it could be Pursuitar, right? Because it's Fire Blast. So maybe you have the Pursuitar and you tell yourself you don't need Shadow Ball coverage on the Lax. Yeah, I was going to say that. They've been moving. Yeah, this is losers, folks. This is we got off to a rough start there because they started a little bit before we were ready, and we apologize for that. But this is losers round 5. Both gamers have won a couple sets to make it this far, but they've been eliminated from the winners bracket. It's going to be the Suicune coming in first. Okay. This is like very spec off from Starmaster. Oh, Ice Beam, and it is self-destruct. And I think Gengar can just win this 1v1, right? Can you 2-hit with Ice Punch? It depends. You can check. Oh, that's just going to kill without a full para? Yeah, wow, River actually wins this. What a match. Oh my gosh, hold on. Shit. All right, I'm here. I'm here. Turn 1. We got it. We're back, gamers. River just messaged me because earlier she was like, is it cool if we start early? It should be a longer set. And then she just said, I lied, might be quick, LOL. Call mine on turn 1. Certainly looks that way. Wow, that's just a 2-hit, and yeah, River's forced to roar it out. You've lost half of your Scarm health. Mag comes in, and River does get 1 spike. Nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there it is. Oh, Starmaster's going to stay in to get the Ice Beam damage. Happy to trade down and gets the freeze. Oh, the immediate thaw. Simply better. Simply the better player. And Starmaster's going to bring out the mag. Should be able to take a T-Bolt fairly well. And yeah, Swampert can pivot in. You could save the Zapdos for later, sure. Yeah, nice. Nice. Slightly unexpected. You expect HP Fire for 40, but brought the perfect mag for this game. Yeah. Oh, but River's just going to take the damage on the meta. Interesting. What does that tell us? Oh, crit Thunderbolt is crazy. Snorlax hits the field for the first time and is already down to 37%. Oh, protecting on the explosion! River! Oh my gosh, she's trying to take it to 2 games. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, River, of course, didn't want to go to the Swampert because of that HP Grass. And Starmaster can pretty freely click Thunderbolt here. I guess HP Grass probably doesn't one-shot the Swampert, though, right? So, it's... Yeah, it's... Oh, Rain Dance Mag! Okay. Yeah, sure, meta's here. Swampert comes in immediately. Oh, attack raise. It could be another boom mind game. Oh, doesn't protect. River doesn't protect that time. Huge trade down for Starmaster. And is this CB Ments with Weather Clear? No, it's DD, but it just got wisped and no Lum either. Oh my goodness. That is a bit of a problem. Well, Arrow's here. It doesn't. No flinch. Yeah, gets the double edge through. What's last? Can Starmaster force a game 3? It's Heracross last. Can it live a double edge? It can, right? Yeah. Can River play around it? And it's weather clear, right? So yeah, this has to be like some sort of like pinchberry. Your Dagon in the chat calling out the Heracross moments ago, before it was even revealed. Blue offense, right? That's this team style. Oh, switches to... Oh, but it's Swords Dance. Okay, but... What could be Guts? You can't even just wisp it. Yeah. Oh, gets the para. Oh my gosh. No. Oh. No Endure. And it wouldn't have mattered. River asking in the chat if it was Endure. Wow. That was crazy. River takes it in 2 quick games and stays in the loser's bracket. Starmaster eliminated in round 5. That was wild. I think so. A lot of people in chat debating whether some of those things mattered. Um, that para had to have mattered, right? I mean, I guess arrow can come in if it's not endure, then it comes in and let's just go to like that turn. It was only a 28 turn game. Well, would you expect guts or swarm on this type of Heracross? Well, here's the thing. Everybody in the chat is saying, "Oh, the Heracross must have been sub." Well, the thing is, if the Heracross was sub, then why would Starmaster click Rock Slide on this turn? Because if you kill the Gengar and you don't have your Salic and you don't have Endure, then like Arrow comes in and wins. So you need to if it's not Endure, you need to proc your berry before the Arrow comes back in, right? So that should have been a sub turn if he had it, unless I'm missing something. Everybody's in the chat is also saying Swarm for Salic, which makes sense. I could see an obvious synergy there. Yeah, and I agree. If it's Swarm, then it is a coin flip because if they Wisp and you sub and then you have no attack, like you have speed but you can't kill and you just die and lose forever. Right? Yeah. Like where are you taking Wisp on this team? Yeah. Yeah, like a simple Gengar clicking Will-O-Wisp does kind of obliterate much of this team. I have to admit it. But right. Do people ever try to run something like this with like Pursuit Tar or like there are people in my server talking about Pursuit Metagross recently. I don't know to what extent that's a thing, but Somebody in the chat is saying Pursuit Metagross is overrated, which like kind of blows my mind because I feel like you never see it, and I don't see people talking about it very much. So like, how could it be overrated? I had a team that was like really dumb that tried to use Pursuit Meta to empower like Belly Drum Sub Select Charizard because it like hit every Oko threshold after a spike except against Arrow. So you need a chip on the Arrow. Don't listen to me or like any of the things that I talk about when it comes to ADV, folks. Yeah. Damn. Fair enough. Yeah, and the other thing is somebody was like, Hera does not need Gengar gone. It's like, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, this isn't an ideal end game for blue offense. I would speculate. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, there was a Gengar here in front of your Hera with the weather cleared, trying to win, and it came down to a coin flip. So, like, are you happy like taking a coin flip at the very end of the game? I would say no. You're not supposed to be too happy with that, which would lead me to conclude that Hera doesn't really appreciate having to flip a coin against a Pokemon like Gengar in the end game. Well, listen, folks, and for Ty Carter, who cannot see my screen, we've gone to the donation slide, and I want to thank you all for watching, and to remember that you can subscribe to Revival tournaments. You can subscribe to both my and Ty Carter's individual YouTube channels where we put out ADV and DPP content, respectively, primarily. You can also donate to the Jimvitational to prize pool, which would be super sick and cool and awesome. We're very appreciative of all the people who have donated already and who will be donating in the future. These are high-level gamers doing it for the love of the game. You know, there's not a lot of money in this, but it's nice when, you know, you could sweeten the pot a little bit for, you know, the people who have taken the game that we love to such heights. And I just wanted to talk about that, and I think that's about it, man. Just a shorter stream to catch this one live. Was hoping we could see a game 3, but it wasn't so. It wasn't meant to be this time, Ty Carter. Yeah, and she's been one of my favorite players since I started watching ADV, so stoked to see that she's still in. Starmaster, congrats again. I don't know what place you got, whether it was 13th or 17th or 9th. GG's. Thank you for playing, and we'll see you guys next time. That said, that's probably where the Revival tournament video is going to end. I also wanted to share Dagan in the chat. I saw that you topped the ADVOU ladder recently. Congratulations on your success. I've been following you as a commenter, as a reply guy in many PokeTubers comment sections for months now. And we're all very proud of you. So good shit. And thanks for everybody who tuned in. And yeah, sub to Tetrafolium. That's all I got. Ty, you got anything before we sign off? And thank you for carrying the comms at the beginning while I was like struggling to get the freaking like overlay and everything correct. That was pretty dope. All right, folks. I will probably stream on Monday. Probably gonna do replay of the week. I'm ending the stream. You could peace out, Ty, if you want, or you could stick around. It's up to you. But replay of the week is probably gonna happen on Monday. So. Wait. No. Oh my god. Nobody told me until now. Hold on. Unfortunately, I would like to welcome Ty Carter to the stream because apparently he hasn't been in the stream literally this entire time. The good news is I recorded this. I missed the first like few minutes, but I have your audio recorded on my computer, Ty. But none of the people who watch this live heard a single thing that you said this entire time. I'm gonna fucking kill myself, bro. God fucking damn. Again, I have like 80% of your commentary recorded. I'll hit you up and we'll like redo the first like whatever portion that I didn't have recorded, and it'll be better anyway because I botched the beginning of it. Guys, I was talking to Ty Carter and saying his name so many times, and nobody pointed it out until now, bro. What do you got? I get that I messed up. I understand that this is mostly my fault, but like, come on, guys, help me out a little bit. Dagan saying, "I thought your pauses were just deep thought and reading."
Dude, that's hilarious.
Dude, no, bro.
That's hilarious.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna bring up the. We're gonna watch the whole thing all over again. We're gonna watch the recording. All right, I'm gonna stop recording. Okay, I'm gonna bring up the recording that just finished.
Yeah. Wow, that's fun.
Dagan, I'm just I saw like your name. Somebody in a Discord server was talking about how you topped the ladder, and they shared a screenshot of you at atop of it, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
It's like what? Yeah, 1900. Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, okay. So the bad news is that I didn't start recording until turn 32 of game 1. Fuck me, dude. Oh my god. Ty, I'm very sorry, man.
Okay, yeah. Okay, no, it's all right.
We could try to recreate it.
I mean, yeah, we could try to record it for start.
All right.
Yeah, well, no, because I usually will bring like my own stuff and then like start recording on my end, but like I wasn't sure, and you were like, "Oh, I got covered." I was like, "All right."
Yeah, you fucking trusted me, bro. You trusted me, dude.
Yeah, it's okay. The replay link is still fucking here, so the replay links are still easy to access.
Yeah, we have the. We're gonna have my stream VOD so that we have like the actual pace of the live match, and we can just commentate over that, or at least we can commentate over it until the point in the video where I actually started the recording, and then I'll splice them together and it'll be fine. I'll hit you up this weekend. We'll try to knock it out if you have some time.
I don't know, but I'm not sure how my weekend availability looks, but
I mean, we have time because it's gonna be freaking forever until Revival's ready to post this.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with like the Revival team, like being like kind of it feels like I've been kind of behind because I've been like kind of cranking out like these recordings.
No, yeah, you're putting in work. No, Mason just has a lot on his plate, and I'm trying to step up and help out, but I've also got a lot on my plate. Like we need more people who like understand editing and like just posting and like know kind of like what to do. But I'm gonna try to pump out some this weekend. Anyway, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna freaking go. Dagan wants me to tell Ty that he played you in BDSP.
Oh, that was probably years. Oh man, I don't remember what his username was, but yeah, no, I did used to play that ladder like years ago when it was like super active.
BDSP. That's Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl.
Yeah.
Those games did not get great reviews. I enjoyed casually playing one of them, whatever one I played. But
The meta game was like okay, but yeah, no, Dagan did. Oh, he BDSP, God, because I played like hundreds of people and like God knows how many people in BDSP. Because I had like I have like a couple thousand games on that ladder like back when I first started. Dagan, shit, yeah, does it? Do you play on this? Yeah, yeah. What I want? Yeah, can you ask him like what his alt was back then? Because like I might remember him if he played under a different username.
Dagan, you heard the man. What was your alt name? God, I hate I hate the way OBS interfaces with YouTube concerning audio tracks. It like really pisses me off. Turn tie up. Try to figure out how I can do that. Let's see. Most of the replays got wiped, unfortunately. I got some additional context, but that's all I got from Dagan right now. VZR saying I'd be down to help out any way I can. That's appreciated, man. Yeah, if you're serious, message me. I'd have to talk to Mason. I am but a lowly grunt when it comes to revival stuff. I'm doing what I'm told. I don't really have the authority to delegate tasks to other people. But Dagan saying, I use a ton of alts. I played him in a series of matches in BDSP RU when he was trying to ladder up for Rex and beat him like 8 times in a row with a stall team.
Oh, God, that suspect was so awful to play. Yeah, no, because finding matches on that ladder at the time was incredibly awful to say the least. Please, yeah, because I think, oh man, no, because I remember everybody was like using rain on that. Rex, yeah, no, there was only one Rex during like RU's lifespan, and it was like the X-Cloud suspect. That suspect was like so bad, and like I remember I spent like 10 minutes minimum like looking for games. Wait, did you use like Dagan, did you use like a BD avatar? Because I might remember at the time.
Respectfully, who the heck, like, I'm trying to imagine a universe where I would be trying to like ladder for suspect Rex for BDSP RU. Like, isn't it like the most niche thing of all time?
No, that BDSP lower tiers were like, so the thing was that I said BD Dagan. But yeah, what I was saying was that so at the time it was like all the lower tier players would that play like BDSP would just hop onto whatever the lowest tier of BDSP was available. It was originally supposed to end on RU, right? So it was like active for like the first 2-ish months. Like I was actually getting games, and then that same month the suspect happened. NU ladder got created like by popular demand, man, and then everybody was what do you put it? It was like everybody just migrated over to NU. So and then like RU was hardly getting games, and then around this time, what I remember was Sharpedo had just left the tier. If my
Sharpedo,
again, no, Sharpedo was legitimately really dumb in that tier because it was a speed boost.
Yeah, it has.
And,
yeah, it has
you could run
boost.
like a mixed set like legit viably.
Let's see. Is anything else happening on Smog Tours right now? Can we salvage the stream?
Yeah, so it had
Gen 2
tiers,
OU.
and then
Perfect. We
that
found something.
tier was like, and this was like back. Uh, let, let me check. Yeah. Iguana is playing Gorgie in a rivet. Oh my god, 117 turns in.
It's not even
Gorgie with
loading
a
for me.
full
I'm trying to load it, and it's
double
like, yeah,
steal
no.
like Suicune stall.
Yeah, continue giving us some radio commentary
Yeah,
because we can't see anything.
yeah, we got a lot going. uh,
oh wait, we're
B
here. We're here.
E D E like the Gen 8. The
We're
Gen 8.
live. We're 119 turns in, and nobody has lost a single
Okay.
Pokemon.
Is it
Pog.
loading up?
Can anybody explain to me why
Let me see
I
what
always
this,
get disconnected
okay,
from the
this is
Smogon
mono
server?
black. I'm not. I think it's. I'm not sure. Like sometimes, like the server would just reset itself. Could be like latent. Could be like latency.
Do you know these guys?
Digging it. Mick 56556. Yeah, that's Iguana. And then Gorgie played GSC and SPO. He didn't do too hot, but Gorgie is like an old head. He's been around forever. The guy's like 30 something plus years old.
Do you
So like he's basically a dinosaur by Smogon standards.
do you know ball when it comes to GSC?
I know some. Iguana I've had as a teammate. His games were something to say the least. And then this team, let's see. You got Mono Snorlax, which is not doing a whole lot against Double Steel. And then you got like Suicune. Suicune again. You only ever see Suicune on GSC stall. Gorgie does sometimes like the troll, but again, I'm not sure if this is for invitational or if it's like for a different tour. I'd have to check forums because again, forums have been really slow today.
Yeah, I don't find myself on the forums that much. I'm more of like a Discord lurker, an occasional poster.
Yeah.
That's a Yu Yu Hakusho reference. Yo,
Yeah.
let's go. You ever? I'm not like the biggest anime guy, but do you ever get into Yu Yu Hakusho, Ty Carter?
I've seen ads for it, but I've never. I think this might be for ROAPL, like because they played a game earlier. They just played like a 151 turn game earlier. I think this is a BL free in Team Tours, which is actually like something that ROAPL is kind of trying out for the first time, I guess, on forums, like at least like more BL free in Team Tours.
Dude, this Skarmory is running Sand Attack, and people are just okay with this.
Yeah. God, this is like so. Oh my god, the thing with if you're running Sand Attack on this, like first of all, like that means you're not running Whirlwind or you're not running like Curse Skarmory, which Skarmory normally runs Curse just so that like it doesn't get overwhelmed by Monolax. But considering the Skarmory, Skarmory is luckily faster than Machamp.
Sleep Talk Sand Attack is crazy. What the actual fuck?
Yeah. Okay. So Gorgie can. Yeah. So Gorgie can easily proc sleep again. Yeah. I don't know. Iguana, his games are always like kind of a mixed bag for me because like sometimes it would just give you a heart attack. Like it would just randomly like give his opponent a chance. Okay. Yeah. That's how.
That was scary. Oh, but dude, this Machamp refuses to miss a single cross shot, but it only has one left. It's nearly done.
No, he is not doing a good job managing. No, he's not mad. He's not doing a good job managing his PP, but I also think this matchup's actually like pretty bad for him. No. There's one way Iguana can win against Gorgie. It's last Pokemon, Growth Vaporeon. That's probably like the one way I could see it winning because notably Raikou actually does not do like since it's running Thunderbolt. Well, it's okay. It is running Sleep Talk at least, but like that's one way Gorgie could potentially lose is like if it's like a last Pokemon Vaporeon situation.
John Hunter player in the chat. LOL joins at turn 130. You missed the entire actual set. This isn't the set. This is just like, well, this is a separate set entirely. River versus Starmaster is over.
Yeah,
and I completely botched the stream. Oh my god. Calls rest. Gets another crit cross drop. Did not miss a single one. Crazy. That a boy, but champ.
Yeah, except he's all out of cross chop PPs, so I don't understand Iguana's thought process here.
Me neither. I don't understand the thought process of playing GSC.
Like
when Sleep Talk can call rest.
Because like again, like the Cloyster's on a timer. Yes.
Only one spike. Snorlax
rest,
is just
like rest is like just kind of broken in.
Freaking sand attack, bro. So crazy.
Yeah, so there's a chance that the Cloyster actually misses a rapid spin. Iguana's just gonna take its guaranteed value, but the Bori will probably or Golem will probably spin it. Actually, oh wait, Golem's at 15%, so if the Steelix like gets a roar off or something like that, or like even just a good double, then like the Golem will no longer be able to spin.
Well, is this like Cloyster's dead, right? Like, how do mechanics work in this gen? Like, you step on the spike and then the poison, or the leftovers before the poison?
It's let me see it because it just showed a moment ago. So you take the spike and then you eat the poison.
Okay, so Cloyster's dead.
Yeah, Cloyster's functionally dead unless Iguana somehow has a spinner. But
like
again, Iguana's up like 1-0. Yeah, again, he's up 1-0. So like Iguana's down to 15.
Oh yeah, he is hella down on time. He's been kind of low on time for a while.
Okay, yeah. Toxic's here, so the Zapdos is forced to rest. Like I said, this is a BO free. Thank God this is not game 1. Unless there was like another game. Dude, if there's another game for it, then like that would not be that'd be so funny. But
like forever ago, when I was like posting Revival 2 Swiss matches on my channel like every day, somebody was in my comments and they were like, "Hey, would you ever like be interested in commentating like Gen 2?" And I was like, "Dude, I grew up playing Gen 2. I love Gen 2. Like, hit me up. I would just need some guidance because I don't follow like the tourneys. I don't really know what's going on. I need somebody to point me in the right direction." And they never followed up. And I think that everything kind of happens for a reason. I don't think I was meant to commentate GSC, bro.
There's not many people who could commentate GSC and still give it its due, but again, like Raikou is like a defensive titan in this gen, I guess, for like anybody who's not as familiar with GSC. Oh, Crunch is cool on Raikou. Normally, if you're running Crunch, it's for the Jinx matchup. It's for Executor or Starmie. Like you can't hit all of those Pokemon in one slot. And he says, saying,
Golem is damn low.
But Golem's faster, so it will get the spin off.
It's not going to rest?
Golem doesn't run rest in this gen, so it runs Rapid Spin, EQ, Roar, and then Explosion.
Oh.
That's kind of like the 4 that Golem usually runs. Maybe you might see a hipster run like Fire Blast. Actually, no. You might see Fire Blast on like something like Marowak. Yes, that's an actual.
Oh, Cloyster's dead.
Okay. Yeah, nice.
Wait, you could Spike Sack in this gen? Wait. It came in and then Poison happened before anything else. It was spikes into Poison. That's so wild to me. That's how those mechanics function.
The other thing to note for mechanics is that when you get Toxic in this gen, if you switch out, it just becomes regular Poison.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then Giga Drain also fails if there's a sub.
Like you can't do damage with Giga Drain, or like you don't get health back.
Yeah. Or no, it just fails. The move just straight up doesn't work.
You can't Giga. Wow. As if the move could be any shittier. I didn't know that Giga Drain actually gets worse the further back you go.
You gotta remember, Game Freak was not exactly the most adept of programmers. back in the day. Some might say they still are not, but that depends on who you ask.
They got a lot right, but yeah, I mean, I don't think it's like you remember during the pandemic when Fall Guys that video game came out that was like Mario Party meets Battle Royale, and you just run around and play like mini games and try not to get eliminated. Do you remember Fall Guys?
Yeah, I do remember that.
The people who made Fall Guys did not know what they were doing when they released that game. They did not understand it was going to become like the game of that summer alongside the Animal Crossing that came out. And it was like so huge. And then season 2, they try to release new content, and like it was not a lot of content because they had a small team. And yeah, I think that Game Freak was probably similarly not really expecting this to become like an international phenomenon.
Yeah, I mean, Gen 1 was a spaghetti code, or like, like just a total mess of a game.
Right.
So like Gen 2, like I wouldn't have expected them to sort everything out,
What can Machamp do with 0 cross chops? Also, I've been told that Machamp is ass in this gen.
It is mainly it's mediocre. I wouldn't say it's ass, like, because it can't really come in on Snorlax. Like it can theoretically. Okay, yeah, go on. It confirms it's game 2. Yeah. So Machamp, the thing is that you can kind of sort of 1v1 Snorlax, but like it can't have any boost because like Machamp is so frail. There's like very few teams where you would use Machamp, to be honest. Machamp's like one of those pokes where you basically use it to keep your opponent's prep honest, if that makes sense. That's how I would describe Machamp in GSC. But yes, there are a lot of Pokemon that are just better than Machamp in general. Like, in terms of like breakers, I'd say like, like something like Mixtar would be more effective.
Dagon saying that Machamp is the Captain Falcon of Gen 2. Are you? Do you mean the melee Captain Falcon? Because like,
yeah, you're gonna be specific on which Falcon.
Yeah, because Falcon has meant a lot of different things to a lot of different Smash games. But in melee, for the vast majority of competitive melee, Falcon was considered by most to be the best bad character or the worst good character. Kind of like the cusp, the edge of viability. And eventually Wizrobe won a freaking major, and then Falcon players were top 8ing every major ever. And people were like, okay, maybe it's really good. And Hacks, rest in peace, gave up on the character a little too soon, maybe. For him playing Fox, that was his journey. He needed to do that. But he basically concluded, Hacks did in like 2014, that like Falcon can't do it. So like, is Machamp like on the edge of OU viability, and like sometimes he can pop off, but then other times he just gets like edge guarded and he accomplishes very little, if anything at all, and he looks kind of silly, and you wonder, how does anybody ever win with this freaking character? Because if so, that would make him the Captain Falcon of GSC.
Or is he closer to like Smash 4 or like, Ultimate Falcon? Actually, I don't know how good Captain Falcon is in Ultimate. I'd have to look. I haven't been keeping up.
I know very little about Ultimate. I love Melee. I don't have... I love 64 as well. And PM is cool. I don't have a ton of love for the other Smash games. I don't hate them. I don't have any hate in my heart for them. But they just do not hit the same. It's just not for me. They're fun party games.
Okay. I'm looking at the Ultimate tier list. Falcon's like 41 out of 82. Like very
right
average,
in the middle.
Which I think... If you're talking about Ultimate, I think that actually would fit Machamp, like probably closer to that. That probably would fit.
Machamp is kind of
like just very average,
middle of the pack for Pokemon that are actually seen in OU.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's ranked OU, right? It's not. Do they have UUBL in Gen 2?
Oh yeah, they do. Alakazam is a former UUBL.
Whoa, technology. So what is this thing gonna do? Thief, psychic?
No. So first of all, like the normal Zam set, just to clarify, because Conflict, I think a year or two ago, a female Zam with attract swagger, which was like, yes, that sounds exactly as dumb as it sounds because of the fact that because it's optimal to be male in GSC. Like
Somebody's just said
unironically
sad it's
because
not her in the chat. That's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah, because the thing is that like if you run female Zam and then so usually like the DVs, which is like kind of like this the predecessor to IVs and stuff. If your poke is like female, then your DVs are lower. But so it's optimal to have your pokes be male in GSC. So what you would do with attract swagger Zam is like you would use attract with female Zam, and then you'd basically use it as a way to like force like progress. And yeah, fire punch is commonly ran on Zam, and recover again is still 32 PP. It can run encore, psychic. It's got a couple moves up its sleeve.
I love the sportsmanship and the banter between these two players in the chat. Like Gorgie is like just like posting their thought process in the chat. Has to be fire punch. Encoring here is a waste. This is turn 175.
Like,
who won
this
game
is
one?
a BO3, and they're only in game 2. Right?
This is crazy.
Iguana won.
You got to remind me who Iguana is because neither of these players
Mick. It's Mick Numbers.
Mick Numbers. Oh, it is Encore. Okay, we've encored the Fori into HP Fire.
Yeah, Gorgie is a guy who loves to banter a fair bit in game chat sometimes. That's kind of
I respect that,
things.
dude. The whole point is to like have a damn good time, man. Let's get together. Let's play some fucking games, have some fun.
Yeah,
people talk like Sith Lords in the chat sometimes, bro.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm also actually playing in this tour, although I'm playing for DPP BO3.
Yeah,
both DPP slots are BO3. Because it's RBY to ORAS, both two slots per tier, and then GSC, ADV, BW, and ORAS. You have one slot that's BO3, one slot that's BO1.
Yeah.
DPP and RBY are both double BO3 because I think DPP, the whole BO3 thing's been like a conversation DPP players have had for a while. Like DPP players were begging for it to be in like SPL, so that didn't happen. So they were like, okay, next best thing is to like just try it out in ROAPL. Like, because again, like BO3 slots in like these like sub forum team tours are like not unheard of. Like DPPPL has done it for like 2 years, and then some, and then like ADV's had a BO3 slot, like etc.
Okay, I have two questions for you. One, this isn't a question, but Gorgie on like 2 occasions so far has just like burned like a minute off of their clock, and then all of a sudden they just type back. So they're just like in the middle of the game, they're just like taking a bathroom break or like getting some water, coming back. Also,
I think he's drinking some water.
Probably.
Yeah. What's up?
My next question for you is deep. We haven't really talked much about. I mean, you told me that you're in like DPP. My relationship with Gen 4 is a little weird because that's right around the time, like, as a kid that I stopped playing Pokemon. Like, Gen 4 came out, like, I played Diamond once exactly and then, like, never picked it up. Never played the post-game, never replayed it. Like, Gens 1 through 3, I was playing them all the time, right? So I think I was just kind of grown out of it. Heart Gold, Soul Silver came out. Those were dope. But I was kind of over it for a bit. And then I was like kind of interested in Gen 4. It's like, oh, I could get into that. And then the Machamp suspect happens, and then Jimothy has this whole rant and saga where it's like, oh my god, like Jirachi, Iron Head Flinch sucks. Clefable like doesn't die to anything. I got to bring my own Clefable. Like, is Gen 4 good? Is it better now that Machamp is gone? Like, what do you think about the metagame? You play it a lot. You must enjoy it, right?
Yeah. First of all, I'm gonna say that the Machamp ban was definitely good in my opinion. Because like for one, like in a Machamp meta, the thing was like there would be so many teams that you'd want to run that's like that looks solid, but then you look at the builder again, it's like, oh wait, crap, this loses to like Dynamic Punch, or like, oh, it's not like resilient enough against like the champ hacks.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I think Machamp definitely impacted the way leads are looked at in general because in like with Machamp as a semi-common, like people say it's a noob trap, but it's like not completely. Like people will run it in tournaments. At the time that it was legal. Oh yeah, that's another reason why you run Crunch on Raikou. But as I was saying, like the thing was like people were running Lumberry on everything. Like Azelf was running Lumberry. Well, also because he covered Scarf Breloom, but that's not really the main point. Like Lead Suicune would run Lumberry just for Machamp because like you're guaranteed the 2-hit KO. Like like a lot of Pokemon had to run it, and then like the thing was that with Machamp, like Paraspam. First of all, like I'm gonna say like Paraspam, Machamp Paraspams were like not even the best version or like the most consistent versions of Paraspam because of the fact that you had to work around the low PP, whatever. And first of all, like, was it skillless? Oh, absolutely. And then like there was that one Machamp team that was running rampant DPP. It was like with like T Wave Azelf, like people would just run T Wave on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Thing like even on like HO. Like I think I ran it in like some random tournament game a while back, and
Ooh.
okay,
Okay.
crit there.
Progress in Generation 2?
Oh, not for he's got to do but yeah, as I was saying, the meta game is definitely much better. I think the other big glaring issue of Gen 4 is sleep. Like I've talked about this with BKC, I've talked about this with like other DP peers. Like sleep is just so dumb in that gen because like sleep is like 1 to 4 turns, which is like whatever. But the thing with DPP is like if you're giving up like like you barely have turns to spare where you can safely burn off those sleep turns unless you're playing like hard clef, needle queen stalls, all that jazz, right? Or like you have to run rest talk on stuff like Rotom or like even Jirachi, which for the record, Jirachi rest talk is not a real Breloom answer, because like, and second of all, you're using a very mediocre Jirachi set on top of that. That's like you're neutering a great Pokemon, but that's right.
Oh,
But
hold on
yes.
a second. A third Pokemon has fallen 203
Oh
turns
wow.
in. Let's go, dude. GSCOU, baby. Oh,
That's
a
right.
fourth Pokemon? You don't say. Actually, what is happening? Can you
Okay.
what the fuck?
First of all, like this is what happens when you don't run like Curse on Skarmory. You run into this like because if you run Curse Skarmory or whatever, it's like a crit. So the way crits work in Gen 2 is that they don't completely ignore defense boosts. Like they take into account defense boosts as well when you're like doing damage. Like you could run on the calc, right? Like so yeah, that's like kind of the main issue with that. Uh, Actually, yeah, Gorgie can still win this, but yeah, so that's like one of the issues of like running something so bad like Sand Attack, Hack Scarm is like, what are we doing?
Yeah, like
Like if you're
how does Gorgie not lose to this Lax in the long run?
um,
Maybe hit like 2
oh,
more crit earthquakes.
actually no, a double edge will. Yeah, if Iguana does not actually no, if he procs Curse, he actually just loses here,
Oh, is he
or
dead?
he
No, he's
loses.
okay. Oh my god, but
Wait, no, he can still lose it.
he's
Oh no,
dead.
he can still lose it. No, well, he has to win. Oh, Iguana has to win the speed tie here.
Oh yeah, I guess it is always a speed tie in this gen because there's no EVs.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
yeah, but yeah,
They
no,
both been
like
asleep
as I
for
was
2
saying,
turns. This is crazy. He
yeah,
can't like
they're both
leave.
due.
He's never. Is he faster than Fortress? I don't know base
Fortress
speeds.
no, it's 178, so it's slower. But
Oh, they
Gorg,
won. They won the speed tie. Oh my god.
but you're still in danger because if this Snorlax just randomly crits you, it's like move on to game free.
Yeah, I mean it
Uh,
has.
if he double edges, he loses here.
Oh,
Oh
curse
wait, no,
curse saves you.
he can. Okay,
You
he
can still
can
get
not
crit.
roll.
You can still get crit.
No, no, he can. What he cannot roll is he has to roll either rest or he has to roll another curse,
Oh wait,
and he
hold
also
on.
has to.
Core
Yeah,
Virus
I
is
think.
saying in Gen 1 crits ignore attack boost, which I knew that. In Gen 2 they don't ignore defense boost, so you can't crit through defense in Gen 2. Is that true?
Uh, yeah, that is true.
Whoa. Oh, big double edge. Oh my
Oh, that
god.
is.
Okay, well the
Oh
Snorlax is
wait, no.
officially dead. Both of them.
Yeah, no, this Snorlax. Yeah, no. Yeah, the Snorlax is. Yeah, both Snorlaxes are down.
Oh, so what does that mean?
I
Who
don't think
wins now?
Iguana. Yeah. I think.
McNumbers, baby.
No. Iguana actually. I'm not sure if Iguana wins this because Raikou just walls the Zap.
Oh yeah,
Zap does not win crunch, even though you have 32 recover PP. You're still.
you gotta avoid enough crits because they only have 21 crunches.
Uh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Somebody's messaging me to play a set right now because I did schedule with them.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Zach, so you mind if I join you back later?
I'm gonna cut the stream pretty soon. This is meant
Okay.
to be a
Okay.
shorter
Yeah.
one. I didn't even mean to get involved in whatever the hell this is between McNumbers and Gorgie. But good luck with
Yeah.
your set, bro. And we'll get together and patch up the fucking
Yeah.
River
Yeah.
Starmaster set that I scuffed. Thank you for your
Yeah.
understanding as well. I appreciate that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I will see you later.
Good luck, bro. Let me know how it goes.
Yeah.
Peace. All right, we've sat through this. Yeah, least lengthy Gen 2 game. I couldn't do this. In Gen 3, when this happens, it's like, okay, they both players happen to bring like two like really fucking solid teams. Or it's just like it's rare enough that it's kind of like going to time in Melee. Like going to the timer in Melee, it's 8 minutes in competitive Melee. Very rare. Maybe happens like once a tournament through the like entirety of the tournament, right? Like all of pools, all of top 64, maybe like a Puff versus a Peach on Dreamland. And it's rare enough that like when it does happen, it's kind of hype. Cause it's like, oh shit, like the win condition is a little different now. Like the pace is a lot different. The weight of every one interaction has shifted considerably. And it's kind of refreshing because of how rare it is. And I can live with 100, maybe 200 turns occasionally in ADV because it's so occasional. But and I know it's a meme that GSE is stally and that BKC would banish me to the Shadow Realm for even uttering those words because it's not. But I happen to tune into GSE and we're kind of on turn 1 or 215. Okay, Machamp goes down. Is that it? I was wondering if Machamp could ever come in and like earthquake the Raikou. I guess probably not, right? My day's good. Goat Zero, thanks for asking. Gentle Oaths Warren. Replay of the week is probably going to be this Monday. Probably going to be this Monday. You have not missed any replay of the week. We have encored the Raikou into Thunderbolt, allowing us to recover and net heal health so long as we can avoid paralysis. If only this Alakazam knew Synchronize. Whoa, goes for Toxic. When there's 2 Pokemon left, I guess you're really thinking that the Raikou's staying in. That's the only reason you would ever click the Toxic. Try to force it to rest. Big Thunder. I like how Zapdos just runs Thunder in this gen. I'm not gonna lie, fam. I don't know if I'm here for this. I really don't know if I'm here for the rest of this. I know we've sat here for like a half hour. We've watched, how many turns have we watched? What turn did we join? I think it was like 120 or so when we joined up. Maybe it was 145. We've seen at least 80 turns. And then nothing happened, and then a lot of stuff happened, and like 3 Pokemon died in like 6 turns, and now we're back to another little stalemate. Gen 2 apologists exaggerate. if Zam is Fire Punch. Yeah, and sadly it's not in this case, but at the same time, like you gotta get through the Raikou somehow. It's got 10 rests left. Only 6 Thunders remain for the Zapdos. I peaked at 18 viewers. We have 19 people watching me like half watch a turn 232 game of GSE. That's crazy. I've been telling people like Tetrafolium and other people who are like, oh, I want to get into like poke YouTubing. Like, dude, just like stream. Like, I think that people like streams a lot on YouTube, and there's not like, there are obviously like Jim streams all the time. Freaking what's his name? Blunder streams. There's like huge streamers, but every time I've streamed, even like, not that my channel is like grown like that large or anything, but like when I had like 100 subs, I like streamed like for some live revival Switch matches, not Switch, and we had like 20 people show up at like out of nowhere. I think people just like want to watch live Pokemon. That's my take. Even if it's turn 240, electric move into electric move. Okay, you get some full para luck, and maybe this thing... No, but you don't. You simply miss your Thunder, and they don't get full parried, and they rest, and they have 7 more rests, and you have 3 Thunders remaining, and your Snorlax is literally dead to Spike. Zamchamp Nidotar noted. What will I bring next? Yeah, it looks like Raikou just simply wins. Oh yeah, sorry, Dagon. I saw you say that earlier. So your Dagon account was not you. And you're telling me you think it was Blue's Energy. Blues has been streaming lately. Blues, great ADV gamer, topped the ladder, broke 2,000 ELO, I think, with a slacking Blastoise team. We've all seen the Jimothy video, haven't we? And that's it. Finally, turn 245. We had just about 1 turn for every Pokemon in Gen 2. We're 6 shy. 6 goddamn turns shy. Dagon, did you call Blues bad because he's 1900 plus now, LOL? Implied he wasn't as good as he used to be. The game has ended, hasn't it? And sadly, I will not be here for a Game 3. I encourage any of you guys to check out smogtours.psim.us/battle-gen2ou-847969. Nice. And that will probably lead you to where you want to go if you want to watch Game 3 of this exciting Gen 2 action. That was a quick one. Dagon, you're telling me my viewership is going up to 23 viewers as I try to end the stream. As much as I want to continue streaming, I also want to smoke and play my Switch 2. Which I have. I have acquired a Switch 2. It's here. Look at it in all its glory. Actually, I have the actual Switch. Check this out. Hold on. Look at this thing. It's huge. Compare this. Hold on, I've got my Okay, hold on. I'm going to back up a little bit so you guys can... Let me actually just... I'm going to go to my face cam. Okay. So, Switch 2 OLED. Oh, I haven't changed the fucking scene. I'm the worst streamer of all time. I don't know why anybody is watching this. But look at that. It's like, I need to move my fucking mic. The mic is like so in the way right now. All right, hold on. Do one of these. You can see the OLED is like, it's a little smaller. You can't tell. You can't really tell. Who is my main in Mario Kart World? I'm still trying to figure that out. I will I want to stream Mario Kart World, which I probably will do so soon. I've got to figure out the hardware situation. I have a capture card. I just got to get it set up. But I'm probably going to set up a capture card someday and play this ish. But that day is not tonight. Practice makes perfect. Dagan, I need to play more Gen 3 OU and continue trying to ladder for realsies. I've been doing a little bit of analysis. I'm going to call it, though. I still need to figure out how to, like, raid people on YouTube. But the thing is, like, I don't even know who to raid. Who else do you guys watch on YouTube that streams? Oh my god, LRXC is streaming and you guys are watching me. Can you believe? I would never watch me over LRXC. You guys should all be watching LRXC right now. He's like the greatest. He's the GOAT. Look at this. Do you see this? His current streak is 69. You guys are missing all of this.
King Drum won! Oh my god, dude.
We're here for a moment. We're here for a moment.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh, that's so... Rock Slide would have missed anyway. Can I get an amen? Rock Slide would have missed anyway, I'm telling you. Rock Slide would have missed. Oh.
Let's go.
I'm still alive. Oh my gosh, guys. Cinema.
This is crazy.
It's not even about me. It's about the Pokemon on the screen. Cinema. Weezing was at like 1 health. But Kingdra was just too damn sexy.
Okay. All right, LRXC. Okay, last thoughts. Dagan, I need to keep taking your criticism is brutal. It doesn't need to be that brutal. I think the tone could use some work. You know, you need to take my criticism to heart as well. Everything you said is factually correct. Can we actually? Okay, I'm gonna take 2 minutes. We're gonna talk about this. I hate that I'm even doing this to myself right now, but hold on. View my channel. What video was it? It wasn't this. Is it in here? Yeah, it was. I did not play that well, but I go 3-0 in my first ladder video. And where is he? Here we go. Hold on. I gotta get better at editing these scenes on the fly. You know what we're gonna do? Shit. Yeah, do something like this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, all right. I think your perennial problem is a lack of experience. Okay, so again, everything you say is like correct. Okay, it's factually true. But this is my constructive criticism for you giving constructive criticism. Why do we have to frame it as a problem? Like, somebody's getting into something new. It's not a problem that somebody has less experience by virtue of them being new to something, right? It's just a fact. It's a reality. It's a challenge. But you can point out that somebody has more to learn or areas for improvement without. Okay, anyway, okay. You haven't seen enough of the metagame often enough to have ingrained intuitions about the situations you find yourself in. I don't have a problem with that. That's solved by playing more and paying more attention. I think that's like mostly fine, but there's like this underhanded like implying that I'm not paying as much attention as I could be. And I want you to know that I am genuinely trying my best when I play these games. And it's not that I can go back, I can review, I can do analysis. There's much more for me to learn. I recognize that. I don't have an ego about any of this stuff right now. Also, as you noted, your team building instincts are not there yet. True, there is room for improvement concerning my team building. Making a team that effectively loses to Blissey, not just Snorlax. True. And I did talk about losing to Blissey, but I think you wrote this comment earlier because you commented like 3 separate times. High-level players are able to and do look at any team they're conceptualizing, blah, 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 and identify potential weaknesses. True. They'd see their Pokemon loses to all these Pokemon, and so on. I don't have many problems with this. In my opinion, if you want to improve intellectually as a player and builder, you should try to play with Blissey. Sure. ABR didn't say that Blissey's amazing for no reason. More stuff on Blissey. Okay, I don't have as much of a problem with this as I thought. But when you start, like, in the first, like, 5 words, I think your problem is... It's really hard to give people constructive criticism because you don't want to attack their ego or rub them the wrong way because then they're not going to listen to anything that you say, right? So you don't want to put them on the defensive and make it feel like you're tearing them down. I'm not saying that like that's necessarily what you were doing, nor how I felt. I am pointing out though that I think there's a trend of you commenting, and I just think the tone sometimes is it's just a little brutal. And you described your feedback as brutal, so I think we can agree on that. I'm not trying to give Dagon a life lesson, but that's all I've got for today. Take heed. Intuitions are bad teachers. I am very much a play by feel player, for better or for worse. It's often for worse. But anyway, I've overstayed my welcome more than I intended to. This is great advice, by the way. Thank you. I appreciate you watching and taking the time to write all this out. I genuinely do. I'm fortunate to have people willing to watch me mostly fail at this game and help me try to improve. I actually very much am. I want you to know that. Yeah, I know. I understand that it's not personal. I recognize that. But that's gonna do it. I wanted to end the stream like Lamau. I don't have a mic on that slide. That's the problem, is I need to improve at too many things. There's too many things I'm trying to improve at. Here we go. This is the slide I wanted to go to. Laddering to high ladder is not easy. It should be easy for me to end this stream. Everybody go watch LRXC. He is playing Pokemon Emerald. He's playing the Battle Tower, the post-game content, and he's trying to get a streak in the Battle Factory. He's one of the most excellent Poketubers on the entire platform. He's a hilarious personality. He's incredible at the game. His commentary is also phenomenal. He's been featured on the Revival Tournaments videos multiple times in the past commentating, and he often gets some of the best feedback that we've ever seen. Thank you all so much, and goodbye.